Yo, what's going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another MLB 14 The Show Diamond Dynasty gameplay. We're playing another extra innings offline game. I'm honestly having a lot more fun playing the offline games. The online bugs are still, for the most part, not fixed, and everything just seems to run a lot more smoother. So I guys know you love the true head-to-head competition. But for now, like I said, I'm just enjoying these extra innings gameplays. So last week, or about a week and a half ago, I introduced a lot of you guys, some of you guys already knew about it, to an app called Topps Bunt. If you missed that video, bam, right there on the screen. I will post an annotation if you're watching on a computer. If you're watching on a cell phone, check the link in the description to the video if you're not sure what I'm talking about. But basically, Topps Bunt is an app that you can get in the Android market, the Apple App Store. It's a card trading game for baseball made by Topps, and it is incredibly addicting. I told you guys about it last week when I kind of first discovered it, but now I'm so freaking involved in this thing, it's ridiculous. I sometimes cannot put my phone down, you know, when baseball is on, and even when I'm at work, I'm trying to make trades, and it's just a ton of fun. But the reason I made this video, or making this video, is my followers on Twitter have been hitting me up like crazy. Look at this crazy out. That was really nice. I was just so excited when that happened. SportsCenter top 10 play right there. But back to what I was talking about. Twitter followers hit me up like crazy with all these questions, so I figured I'd make a follow-up video and try to answer the most common questions I've been getting from other people. Now again, I would still kind of consider myself a noob at this game, so if I misspeak about anything, forgive me. It's just my ignorance towards the game and things I may not discovered yet, and if you can chime in, feel free to do so. So one of the biggest questions that I've been getting asked is, what type of packs do you purchase? In my opinion, I always wait for the, I would call them special packs, or the packs to go on sale. If you've been playing the game mode, you guys know what I'm talking about. You look in the market where you can buy those packs, and there are so many to choose from, and I can see why, if you're new to the game, why it would be confusing. I made mistakes when I first started. There's kind of always like a base set pack that's always there for like 3,000 and 5,000 coins. I bought those when I first started, and for the most part, they weren't really that good for me. So what I've been doing is just waiting for packs to go on sale. Almost every day they do. The ones that I've had the most fun with, there was a Sunday brunch pack that came out last Sunday where I got a ton of really good cards in it, a lot of good inserts, and I'll talk about what inserts are in a moment. And the happy hour packs, which tend to come out like every other day, like around 5 to 8 p.m. Eastern time, and they're always going for 2.5 or 2,500 coins. So I always wait for those because you're gonna get more bang for your buck. You're gonna get 2 packs instead of one of those packs that are always sitting in the market, that are always available. So one of the most important things is, just when you buy a pack, is you want to check the odds. I will never open up a pack that does not have super rare cards in it. The reason I say this is because super rare cards are obviously the most valuable cards if you're playing for points, and I'll talk about that in a moment. If you're just a collector and you want to get like the really rarest of rare cards and you don't care about points, you want to open up packs that contain special inserts. And if you're inside the app, one thing I would suggest is hitting the little microphone on my cell phone app. The microphone is always to the bottom left. That always tells you what new cards are out, what new inserts are out, and basically what inserts are they're like special cards, like Clayton Kershaw's no-hitter and Timmy Lincecum, who just hit a no-hitter earlier this week. He got a special insert. Those things are incredibly valuable, but if you're playing for points, they are worth nothing. I'm only playing for points. I think it's cool to collect cards, but if they can't really earn me a ton of points, then I don't really want them. So Sunday, or 2 Sundays ago, when I pulled these Sunday brunch packs, they had the tribute inserts, and I got like a CC Sabathia one, Manny Machado, a couple other guys. I can't really remember off the top of my head, but I pulled a bunch of them, and these things were incredibly valuable to people who like to collect those type of things. I'm talking I was getting multiple gold starting pitcher cards for these things. So anytime I pull an insert, I'm going to trade it for starting pitching, because if you're playing for points, they rack up the most points. Now, sometimes a pitcher is going to get shelled, and it's really going to hurt you. For instance, I played a Stephen Strasburg, like 5 or 6 different Strasburg cards, and he got lit up against the Brewers earlier in the week. Ended up losing like 200 points, and it really sucks. So you keep hearing me talk about points. It's the main thing that I'm having fun to do with it. One thing that I kind of learned trial by error is that you can swap now. They changed the limits and stuff, and again, you want to click that microphone for the, ooh, look at this throw out there by Nelson Cruz. That was beautiful. Saved us a run. But you always want to check that microphone for the latest news, and they switch the kind of limits throughout the week or every week. But you can swap, and this is a question I had asked me on Twitter, you can swap players in and out throughout the game multiple times. So, for example, earlier in the week, I was, a day game. Mike Minor was in there pitching for the Braves, and he got into some hot water. He had guys on first and second with no outs. So I quickly took him out of my lineup. Now, there is like a 25-second delay, so sometimes you're going to get caught slipping if you're not quick enough, and you got to be watching the games or paying attention on the phone. But I quickly took him out of the game. I think he gave up 1 run and then got out of the rest of the inning with no runs given up. But I didn't take the hit of all those points when he allowed that run to be scored, because I quickly took him out the game, and then I just put him in for the next inning. So you can swap players in and out as many times as it lets you. There's like a 50 play limit, but even that refreshes like every 5 minutes or something. So it's virtually at this point impossible to run out of swaps, to be honest. And again, starting pitchers are the heavily point scored position in the game. So gold obviously is better than silver. Silver's better than red. Red's better than green. Green's better than white. That's kind of the hierarchy of how these cards rate. So I hope that was enough information. Hit me up on Twitter if you got more questions. I'm out. Peace.